So Brian, I'm almost done with him. He says that in summary of this strand of biblical giant thinking, giants are not simply abnormally big humans, but rather they function as anti-gods who transgress boundaries human and divine gen, mis,
Miscegenation, that's a tough word.
yes, that's a complicated word. Thank you for helping me. In Genesis 6:1-4, or guard geographical boundaries with cosmic significance. Then he mentions Og and the Rephaim in Transjordan, blocking God's people, the Israelites. Then he also says that one may compare Israel's imagination of the passing of the age of giants in the conquest, notwithstanding David's later encounter with Goliath and David's mighty man in conflict with other giants, with the archaic Greek rumination on the end of the heroic age insofar as both literatures imagine the collapse of the great late bronze civilization as a climatic battle. And then he finally finishes by saying that the Enochic insistence of the shade-like existence of the giants had indeed already found expression in Ezekiel 32, where the fallen Gibborim of the ancient world reside in Sheol, defeated and powerless, just like the Egyptian pharaoh whom Ezekiel says will join their ranks. Very interesting, I think. Thus, the spirit giants of Enoch stand in continuity with Ezekiel's presentation centuries earlier. I'm thankful for the work of Brian, because even though his chapter in this book, which is again available on Academia Edu, is not that long, is packed with so much wealth of information, and he quotes a lot of other scholars. So what can we say when he mentions Ezekiel 32, fallen Gibborim being in Sheol, the Egyptian pharaoh who will join them? How is this helping our case of in the case you're making in your book?
Yeah, well, it's definitely backing it up, and it assumes that the audience are familiar with these ideas, that that's how they understand it too, and that for them this is a coherent worldview, that just everything falls into place. Nobody was shocked and surprised to read this in Ezekiel 32 and say, "Wow, I never realized that these dead people, uh, still existed in the underworld and had some limited influence and agency through people who were channeling their spirits." Like, that stuff was well known, well documented, and just assumed rather than questioned. That's the ancient worldview. And as far as our understanding of it, are we supposed to think that they were primitive and foolish, and that wasn't really true? I don't think so. I think we're supposed to take those things seriously.